Can the flapping of a butterfly's wings in Singapore affect a thunderstorm in the Rift Valley in Kenya? On a winter day in 1961, Edward Norton Lorenz, a meteorology professor at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, entered some numbers into a computer program simulating weather patterns. Later that same day, he repeated the same simulation, but this time he rounded off one variable from 0.506127 to 0.506. He then left his office to get a cup of coffee while the machine ran the simulation. When he returned, he noticed to his surprise the result was very much different from the first simulation. That tiny change had drastically transformed and changed over 2 months of simulated weather. How could a tiny difference of 0.000127 cause such a phenomenal change in the weather prediction? Lorenz commented that because everything in life is part of larger systems, even small events can have significant impacts on other things. He called this phenomenon the butterfly effect. Can the flapping of a butterfly's wing in Singapore affect a thunderstorm in Narok in Kenya? Is a metaphor. Small actions can have big consequences. A small car gets a flat tire at Pangani, Nairobi as it heads to the city. It stalls, and the driver behind the car stalls and hoots furiously, not knowing what is happening. A matatu driver behind the second car notices the car in front is stalled and he swerves right to change lane. As he swerves, he hits a boda guy who was rushing to the side to evade the snarl-up. They start shouting. In 30 minutes, the whole traffic is jammed, and a car that was joining the highway at Kasarani finds that there is an unusual jam and decides to do a U-turn in the wrong spot to try another route. He is spotted by a cop, flagged down and taken to the police station. He will eventually go to court and pay a fine for that crime. The driver of the small car does not know that a flat tire in Pangani that morning caused him to end up in court. Now, this does not mean that the butterfly effect directly provides energy for the thunderstorm in the Rift Valley. It simply means that the flapping of a butterfly's wings represents a small change in the atmosphere, which causes a chain of events, which leads to a huge domino effect, which ends up with a great impact. Imagine a small stone thrown on top of Mount Kenya. As it travels down the mountain, not only does it gain momentum and speed, but it also picks snow and increases in size and becomes a potentially fatal hazard to whatever is in its path as it accelerates downward. A man approached me a while ago and asked me what he can do to stop smoking, a habit he has done for over 20 years. He said smoking is affecting his work as he's a chef working in a corporate setup. I explained to him that some of the best behaviors we endeavor to have can be changed slowly by picking up the right habits. What does the butterfly effect have to do with me? Everything, actually. Just like the butterfly being part of the larger system in nature, we humans are also part of the larger systems in the universe, where various parts interact and affect one another. So whatever we do, no matter how small or big, can have a deep impact on our and other people's lives. One way of looking at this is attitudes. Our attitude, good or bad, can affect our relationships. Our relationships will go to affect our families. It will go to affect our jobs. One bad move from you, no matter how small it is, can affect the system in which you are in. Likewise, one good move from you, no matter how small it is, can cause a lot of changes in your surroundings. Small things matter. Be persistent and consistent in small things. Do small things at a time and watch how your life can transform as a domino effect is created by small changes in your life. I want to challenge you to apply the butterfly effect and test it on a couple of habits in your life. The first habit is on your saving. Start saving even if you will start small. Be persistent and consistent. Exercise. Start walking daily if you've not been doing it. Keep it consistently. Reading the Bible. Start even if it is one verse per day. Praying. Start doing it slowly and be consistent. Develop a new skill. Playing a keyboard, playing soccer, playing basketball, even coding. Start and see how the butterfly effect, which is small things, can eventually lead to a huge domino effect in your life. Can the flapping of a butterfly's wing in Singapore affect a thunderstorm in the Rift Valley in Kenya? The answer is yes. Small things matter. They compound with time and create a huge domino effect.